Hey there YouTube, Bad Fat Panda here, and I have another God of War commentary thing to do for you. This actually isn't a live commentary. I did do a live commentary for the remaining of the video since when you previously saw it. This is actually sort of funny. It's sort of like a Monty Python-esque type thing, but it's a cinematic theme that goes throughout the entire piece. Not piece. Yeah, music major and stuff like that. No, this is a I don't know, video game. But basically the reason why I didn't do it live, why I nixed the live commentary idea was because this thing went on for 40 minutes, and I was really not expecting that. So like from the last part that you saw to me right here is about 38 minutes. So I decided to just do a commentary over this and delete my input audio from Audacity that I recorded. So here we go. Here is, it's like first person mode, which is pretty cool, which sort of gives you the heads up that if you could possibly, if they were to possibly do another God of War, with featuring Kratos, as they said they might, and in a couple interviews I saw with the developers, this is a viable option, I mean, than doing this whole first person thing, which is pretty interesting. It's a bit, like, you would definitely have to pan out for like, platforming aspects. So he's like, huh, what do I do now? You're just like, no, fuck this. This is actually like, alright, so granted, this is like an hour into this final boss sequence, and like the first part in the final boss sequence took me about 20 minutes because I died twice and I had to do it a third time. So this is actually, for those of you that didn't play, and even for those of you who did play, I am sort of big into reading articles and such that the developers and other people have input on the game. So this is incredibly brutally violent, but that's sort of what we kind of just expect from the God of War franchise. This sequence in particular, what you're watching is actually me spamming the circle button. This sequence doesn't stop until the individual behind the controller stops pressing circle. So when you're going to see me finally stop pressing circle in a second, and it's not for a while now, like I'm still beating the living hell out of them. There you go. I finally get the achievement, and that's when I stopped. But the reason behind them doing that was actually pretty cool. It was just like they couldn't really put a length to how long this final boss sequence should go and how long you should beat them. So they decided to let the player decide. And that, I thought that was really cool. So now his body is flowing with lightning. The ending, I'm not sure. I actually didn't watch. It's been a couple days since I've watched the previous to this. I'm actually recording this about a month after I beat the game. But the ending is so incredibly fruity. I mean, they might as well just have fucking rainbows and flowers and shit popping up out of the ground and like little children holding hands over a circle and around this like scarred earth. But holy mother of God, here let me introduce this to you. All right, the entire premise of the game, the single player took me. By the way, I would highly suggest this game because it is absolutely incredible. Because of audio issues, with my voice possibly coming over the audio of the actual game, I decided to pop the subtitles in for my Let's Plays, but taking that out of consideration. So the entire premise of the game is you going to attempt to get Pandora's box, because in Pandora's box apparently is the power to kill a god. So he opens Pandora's box, it's empty. I think that was in one of my previous Let's Plays. I'm almost actually positive that it was in one of my previous Let's Plays, but so this whole explanation, you can read it if you want to. I'm going to basically summarize it here. So, the box was empty. Kratos thinks that there's nothing in it. Athena says, well, okay, actually, Zeus made this box, and Athena put in it her hope, and it is theme from the entire video game is as long as Pandora is in it, she says that your hope will set you free. And obviously she says it enough times, like if you've ever read a book, I know many of you have not. I actually hope so. I hope you've read at least one book by the time you're watching these commentaries. But like there's always, if something is repeated over and over and over again, it's probably either a theme or a symbol or some sort of meaning that the either literal or suggested that the author wants you to pick up on. So Pandora obviously says your hope will set you free too many times for it to go unnoticed. So basically, what was inside the box was hope. Was hope. That's what was inside the box. It was basically when he opened the box, all of the this is back in God of War 2. When he opened the box the first time, fear consumed Zeus, and we get that. But the second time he opened the box, he was filled with hope, and that hope allowed him to kill Zeus. Like I just can't. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry if you really dug the ending, but holy mother of God, seriously, they must just like play some freaking John Lennon. By the way, what do you guys think of John Lennon's solo works? That's a question that I often ask people. I'm a huge Beatles fan. I have all of their studio albums. I have a lot of the stuff that they released in the UK. But I yeah, I cannot stand really the large majority, like 2/3 of John Lennon's solo works as a musician. Wings, Paul McCartney, Wings, I can dig that. Haven't really listened to an album cover to cover, but I can dig that if it comes on the iPod. But just any John Lennon that I have, it has not earned a spot on my iPod, unfortunately. But yeah, that's just a random tangent that I decided to go off on. So you see Pandora, and so Athena is giving sort of her backstory on what happened, and basically Hope was in the box, and Hope infected Kratos, and Kratos is like, oh, happy day. But the actual ending is actually really cool the way they do it. I would have rather seen a more conclusive ending if they were to completely end the franchise here and pick up God of War as a different character, which is definitely a possibility. So this is actually really funny. So if any of you guys remember back to God of War 2, I believe at the end, Zeus is there and he takes his massive sword and he's like he's a giant at that point, I think, again when he fought Ares and back to the second part. So he takes his sword and he stabs Zeus, but Athena jumps in the way and he stabs her instead. So this time it's basically just like absolutely wrecking Athena. But he doesn't do it, and what he does is he just, was it Harry Carey, or I'm sorry, you guys are gonna freaking rage at me for saying that, but there's something, the Japanese following the swords. This is basically what it does. So they build up this awesome ending with just him absolutely just wrecking Athena because she's a bitch. And she is, I would definitely classify her in the bitch category for her personality throughout the game. So he kills himself. He's like, oh no. And yeah, so the God of War is dead. And so Ares is dead, and now the new God of War is dead. And yeah, so basically, by killing himself, he released hope to all of the people of the world. And Athena wanted her hope. She wanted hope back, but nope, didn't happen. So now she's just like going rage on him. And he should spit on her and then take the sword out and then cut her head off and then just like teabag it, but it doesn't happen. And he just dies. So if you like this ending, definitely leave a note in the comment section. But if you like this commentary and just this in general, please comment, rate, and subscribe. I have a channel. I post most of the Modern Warfare 2 commentaries, but anything else as well. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. See you later. Bye.